everybody, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener. I'm his own 7B garden outside the DC metro area, and today we are having so much fun. We are going to make our first spring arrangement or container. So these are actually window boxes, and I'll put the link to them. They came from the Window Box Company, and unfortunately when I got them, they did not work on our front porch. And so instead of, I couldn't send them back, I decided to use them right here as you come down our entryway, kind of flanking the steps. And I love to fill them with spring items and then really seasonal items. So we have a little market down the road, and they just got in the most gorgeous flowers. Look at these primrose. Isn't that beautiful? So sweet. So when I saw these, and then I saw these pansies, and they're like blush. They're called Delta Pink Shades. Absolutely gorgeous. I also saw some snapdragons, and then I picked up a pack of tulips that are already growing, and these are a blush pink color. So I think we're going to stick with a pink theme with some little pops of yellow. It's going to definitely look a little Eastery. I am really excited though, and think it's going to just turn out beautiful. So to get started, we need to fill this container with soil. I did empty it last year. I think I used the same soil all year, but I emptied it out, and I did give the box a fresh coat of paint. It's not the best job, but it works because this is going to just be overflowing with flowers, and these containers are covered. I usually pack them full, and they just stay beautiful. Now the container does have holes that we drilled in the bottom, and I just fill it totally with soil. So today I'm going to be using the 𝐂𝐎𝐲 potting mix because that's what I had on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and get it filled up, and then we're going to start placing these flowers and make our first container. So let's get started. Okay, so you can see I'm using the 𝐂𝐿𝐲 potting mix, and this is a 2-quart bag, so it's a really big bag. I'm not going to lift it up. We're just going to fill it up. Okay, so we got the box all full. I do like to fill it completely with soil. So I think for this box, I'm going to start with the primrose, and I think I'll just do kind of 2, and then we'll build around it. These are just so gorgeous. I love them. I wish I could keep them in like a greenhouse area. They're just such a sweet little plant. All right, so I got 2. I do have 2 boxes, so I'm going to try to do them pretty close to the same. Now I am going to fill these super full. So I think next I want to go ahead and put in the tulips just so then I can kind of work around them. I also have the large elements, but let's go ahead and squeeze in some tulips. And these are great because you can just purchase these at a local big box store, and then you can just kind of separate them. And you can see just great roots right there. These are going to just love being in this new space, new soil. And I'm going to try to add at least 6 tulips to this container. Just make my way around. This is a fun way if you have a store near you. I think this was $12. I've got some tulips that I planted at the end of the year, but I don't usually do my containers with tulips in them, mainly because we have squirrel pressure. Sometimes it's a really rainy, wet season, and I've had them rot. So this is a great way to have that look without having to do it early. And then you could save these bulbs if you wanted to. Okay, I think that's going to be really pretty with those popped in. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the snapdragons. And what I wanted to do was bring in a touch of yellow and some of the white. I also have some pink snapdragons. So we've got just a mix. We'll just mix these up. It really doesn't matter. These have great roots and they are way ahead of my snapdragons. Now I'm going to take off some of the dirt. And I'm going to pop them in here. Now I'm growing some snapdragons, but of course they're going to be a couple months away. So it's fun to get these will probably last through May and they'll get really nice and tall and big. So if you ever see them out, even at like Home Depot or Lowe's, I have gotten them before and they do really good. So don't be afraid to purchase them when you see them out certain places. All right, so it's coming together. It's not quite there yet. Let's go ahead and let's throw in some of the pansies. I'm going to start with this pink mix. Now, I love to get the ones that are in the 6-pack because they're so easy to pop in. So I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze them out. Okay, now I have the jump ups, but I also have some yellow. So what I want to do is I'm just going to put maybe 2 of the yellow in, pop those in as well, just to keep all the colors together. So we're kind of doing a color story here. Pinks, shades of pink, yellow, a little cream, and I think all of it's going to come together beautifully. Okay, so we got planter number 1 all done. I think it looks gorgeous. And you have to remember everything is going to grow. And in probably a month, it's going to be absolutely huge, beautiful, full of all these colors and overflowing, especially in the front. I did not put the back where it will drop over. It's going to be facing, the back faces inside the garden, and so I didn't think that was necessary. So I will be fertilizing this weekly to ensure that it just continues to grow. So let's go ahead and give it some water, and then I've also been making sure all the little pockets are full of soil. I'm going to move it down, and then I'm going to do the same thing for a second time. So we'll have 2 boxes, and then I'll show you where they are at the end. These were a little dry, so I'm going to make sure we give them a nice soak. All right, so number 1 is done. I'm going to move it over to its home, and then we'll get the second one done. Okay, so container number 2 is all done. She is packed and full of beautiful spring goodness. I'm going to take her over to the other side of the walkway, and then I'm going to show you exactly where they ended up. Okay, so here's the 2 planters in their permanent spot. These planters have been here since we moved into our house. So they were one of the first things I ever did. I'll see if I can find the image of the first arrangements I did. It was spring of 2023, and they were the first things that I did. So for me, they kind of symbolize spring, new beginnings, and I just love the combination. And it just reminds me of my mom getting me and heading out to break free of winter and grab some beautiful flowers and create my boxes. I will never forget, she said, you know what, you can always put frost cloth over them. So we had the best time picking out beautiful things like primrose and filling these 2 containers. So really sweet memories and just the sweetest containers. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope that spring is starting to show up where you are and that you find ways to celebrate it and enjoy it like I did today. Thanks for watching.